SpongeBob Detective Pants in the Case of the Lost Shell. It was early one morning and SpongeBob was fast asleep dreaming about a giant ice cream sundae. Ice creamy, he mumbled. Then a frightened cry woke him from his delicious dream. Meow! His pet snail shrieked loud enough to scare away an army of jellyfish. SpongeBob sprang upright in his bed. Gary! What's wrong, buddy? Meow! His snail cried again. Gary, your shell! It's gone! Shouted SpongeBob. He leapt off the bed and ran over to his pet. What happened? Meow, Gary replied sadly. Don't worry, I'll find it. SpongeBob Detective Pants is on the case, SpongeBob declared. Patrick, wake up! SpongeBob bellowed, knocking on his best friend's rock. Oh, hey, SpongeBob, Patrick said sleepily. What's going on? Big things, Patrick, SpongeBob shouted. We have a new case. Patrick jumped out of his rock. A race? Where to? Are we winning? No, Patrick, not a race. A case, SpongeBob explained. A detective case. Gary lost his shell, and it's up to me to find it. I need your help. Patrick Pants is at your service, he announced, standing at attention. So, Mr. Detective Pants, where should we begin looking? Patrick asked. SpongeBob had an idea. Can you think of any places where we might find a lot of shells? Gary might have gone there to show his off or try on different ones. What about Goo Lagoon? Patrick suggested. Not seashells, Patrick, snail shells. SpongeBob was starting to get frustrated with his assistant. Getting frustrated made him think of getting angry, and getting angry made him think of Angry Jack's Shell Emporium. Patrick, you're a genius! That's it! We have to go to Angry Jack's Shell Emporium. Angry Jack was helping another customer when Patrick and SpongeBob arrived at the Shell Emporium. SpongeBob made his way down the aisles of shelves looking for Gary's. See anything, Pat? SpongeBob called to his assistant. Just a lot of snail shells, SpongeBob, answered Patrick. That's what we're looking for, Patrick. Gary's snail shell. Just then Angry Jack spotted SpongeBob. Not you again, he yelled. He sounded really angry. Don't move an inch. The last time you were here, you broke my entire shell inventory. Sorry about that, SpongeBob said. But this time I'm here on official detective business. Have you seen this snail shell? No, Angry Jack replied. But if it's lost shells you're after, check the Bikini Bottom dump. They have a way of ending up there. Now get out of here before you break something. Thank you, Angry Jack, SpongeBob said on his way out the door. To the Bikini Bottom dump, shouted Patrick. At the Bikini Bottom dump, SpongeBob and Patrick found Plankton digging through the rubbish. What are you doing here? SpongeBob asked, his detective instincts kicking in. Wherever Plankton was, trouble always followed. Plankton stammered. I'm just, looking for something I lost. Don't believe him, boss, Patrick assured SpongeBob. Then he leaned closer into Plankton. You're looking for Gary's shell, aren't you? Aren't you? No, I'm not, Plankton cried out. I'm looking for the Krabby Patty recipe, I swear. Okay, he's clean, Patrick told SpongeBob. Looks like it, SpongeBob replied, disappointed. Hey, Plankton, are you sure you haven't seen Gary's shell anywhere in here? No, Plankton said, exasperated. It's Squidward you should be after. He left here just a little while ago pushing a wheelbarrow full of snail shells, and he dove back into the dump to continue his search. Rat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat. SpongeBob and Patrick knocked repeatedly on Squidward's door. What is that racket? Squidward yelled from his second floor window. Oh, it's you two. What do you want? We're here on official detective business, SpongeBob shouted back. Let us in. No. Please, Squidward, SpongeBob pleaded. Pretty please with the cherry on top. Pretty please with a cherry and whipped cream and chocolate syrup on top? Don't forget the nuts, Patrick reminded his best friend. Good one, Patrick, SpongeBob agreed. Pretty please with a cherry and whipped cream and chocolate syrup and nuts on top? Enough! If I let you in, will you please stop? Said a fed-up Squidward. Of course, SpongeBob and Patrick replied in unison. Earlier today, you were seen wheeling a wheelbarrow full of snail shells away from the dump. Is this not true? SpongeBob questioned his witness. It's true, moaned Squidward. So, what exactly are you doing with those shells? SpongeBob pressed. And where's Gary's? Patrick barked. You have it, don't you? Don't you? No, I don't have a Gary's shell. I'm using the others to make a sculpture. See? Squidward beamed with pride. Ah! SpongeBob and Patrick screamed. Squidward's sculpture was hideous. It just takes your breath away, doesn't it? Squidward swooned. Yes, it really does, SpongeBob replied. Now, are you sure Gary's shell isn't in there? Yes, if I had found Gary's shell, I would have left it in the dump, said Squidward. I don't need a reminder of you in my beautiful sculpture. As SpongeBob and Patrick turned to leave, Squidward added one final thing. Oh, SpongeBob, I did see Gary's shell yesterday. In your arms. You left your house with it yesterday afternoon. Jumping jellyfish, Squidward! You're right! SpongeBob confessed in shock. I did leave my house with Gary's shell yesterday, and I completely forgot. But it's all coming back to me now. You see, I wanted to do something nice for Gary, SpongeBob began. So I decided to take his shell into the vet for its full annual cleaning. I was going to surprise him with it when he woke up this morning. But when I returned from dropping it off, Patrick asked me if I wanted to go jellyfishing, and I had so much fun that I forgot all about picking Gary's shell up. In fact, I forgot taking it to the vet in the first place. Well, looks like we figured out where Gary's shell is, Patrick concluded. SpongeBob gave Squidward a big hug. You're the best! To the vet, Patrick announced. Gary, old buddy, look what I have, all nice and polished for you, SpongeBob said with glee as he burst through his front door. Meow, Gary said happily, snuggling up inside his warm shell. You're welcome, pal. Anything for you, SpongeBob replied. Well, Patrick, he continued, turning to his best friend, it looks like we just closed another case. I guess we did, said Patrick. Then SpongeBob dug into his ice cream sundae with a cherry, whipped cream, chocolate syrup, and nuts on top. Success sure is delicious. The end.